Also here, he's talking about the hireling. Hireling are they're shepherds who get hired by wealthy people that they don't have a full-time shepherd. They don't have a shepherd. You see, most shepherds, this is their own flock. These are their own babies. These are their own animals. This is what they protect. This is their livelihood. This is their life. They make the milk from them, the cheese, the butter, all the stuff that they get, the meat, the sacrifices that they have to make eventually from the sheep. This is their livelihood. The hired one, the hireling, he's talking about the high priest. He's talking about the priest who pretend, the high priest, the Pharisees, who pretend they are God's people, who pretend they are doing God's work, who pretend that they are a shepherd, who pretend they are protecting us, who pretend that they are teaching us, who pretend that they are loving us, who pretend that they're doing it for our good. They're doing it only for their own pocket, for their own means. Needless to say, there's many of them out there today in this world. 2,000 years later, we're saying about the same thing. We have so many high-powered priests or whatever, archbishops and deacons or whatever, popes and all that, cardinals, or in any part of the church, including the temple and with the Jewish religion too, in their hierarchy, because the same thing what he's talking about is that, but they're all about their own pocket. They are not true shepherds. They will not die for you. They will not put your interest before theirs. They say a good shepherd is a shepherd who is out there to make sure that you spiritually get fed. Spiritually get fed. Like our dad over here. This is a good shepherd right here. This reverend here is a good shepherd. I said it from day one. I keep saying it forever. This is what an example of a good shepherd is. A good shepherd is a shepherd that makes sure his flock is taken care of. With kind love, with mercy, with meekness, with softness, with humility, with humbleness. That's a good shepherd. That's how you become a good shepherd. You're being like Jesus like, being that you are put other people's interest before yours. That's when you are a good shepherd. Not when you're thinking about only you and your pocket and I don't know, how is it the church will think about pocket when it's supposed to be for people. It's supposed to be about the sheep, us, not them. This is the example. That's why Jesus over here is trying to explain to them. He says, don't trust them. They will run from the first sight they see a wolf. They're going to leave. They're not going to stay and fight. They see a lion, forget about it. Come and eat all the sheep you want. If the buffet is open, he's out. The buffet is wide open. Come and eat. I got nothing to do with it. I'm just here hired just in case. But as long as nothing going on, there's something going on, push comes to shove, I'm out. Peace out. See you later. Continue, please. Verse
Continuing.
14.
All right, I'll repeat 14 because
Please
we're in the middle of it.
Yes.
And I am the good shepherd and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
That's it. This here is for all of us, brothers and sisters. This here, he says, I know my sheep. I know them all by name. Every single one of them. He knows you, Gokul. He knows Delai. He knows you, Lilith. He knows you, Sister Catherine. He even knows you, brother. Sister, brother. He knows every one of us by name. Jesus Christ knows us, just like we know Him. And that's what He says. He says, they know me by my voice. We know Him by His character. We know Him for His softness. We know Jesus with His Jesusness. There's no better word than that. He's got that special character. He has that special softness about Him that everybody in the world tries to be, and nobody can actually imitate it perfectly. They try. See, the thing is, but we know Him. We know Him as this caring, loving, with mercy and grace-full person that gave His life for us. And He says here, and just like my Father knows me, and I know my Father, my sheep, I know my sheep, and they know my voice. We know His voice because we know His character. He knows us because He knows every single one of us by name. But then He says here something very important. He says, I lay down my life that I may take it again. He says here that nobody can take my life. I lay my life. I give up my life as He's going to when He wants to. And He takes it right back. What He's talking again is He is giving a revelation in the future. He's saying that He's going to give His life and He's going to take it right back. The resurrection of Jesus Christ. That means He is going to die for us, for our sins. He's going to take our sins and die. But again, remember, the last few chapters, many soldiers came to Him. They wanted to grab Him. And they couldn't. They couldn't. They wanted to, but they couldn't. They said, and then when the Pharisees asked Him, well, where is He? Why didn't you bring Him? They said, well, nobody spoke like this man before. We couldn't grab Him. Not that he was slippery. He just that it wasn't His time and He wasn't allowing it. He told them, you will have me eventually, not yet. Take it easy.
Read 17.
Yes, we're going to.